One, fun facts about flying. Hey, with 4 million of you flying this weekend, I thought I would clear up some myths that just aren't true. Gonna have some fun with that. Number two, want to give a rest in peace shout out to Kyle Busch, legendary race car driver, rowdy, 22 seasons, right? Hundreds of wins, two-time NASCAR Cup Series champion. I mean, Rowdy Nation misses you already, and one of the greats. Looking forward to this weekend Speedway, so I hope they do a tribute to him. Again, Kyle Busch, rest in peace. How about this? Number three, happy International Sherlock Holmes Day. Let me tell you, I'm a big Sherlock Holmes fan. Am I a big Sherlock Holmes fan? Check out this book, guys. You want to read Sherlock Holmes? Go buy this. I bought this at Barnes and Noble on the over Christmas time. They put out those specials. Every story that Sir Arthur Conan Doyle wrote about Sherlock Holmes. We're going to honor the legendary fictional detective. You guys know all about him. He solved mysteries for centuries. All right, guys. Let's jump right into this here. And we'll get into the ABCs. You know what? Let's start with Sherlock Holmes because I'll tell you, I was a big fan. I read this book created by British author, right? Arthur Conan Doyle. He refers to himself as a consulting detective. He's known for his proficiency, his observation, deduction, his forensic science, his logical reasoning. It's all like fantastic, right? He's a genius. First story was A Study in Scarlet from 1887. And the last one was in 1927. So he wrote for a long time. Is in a Guinness Book of Records as the most portrayed literary fictional character in film and TV. Hey, I love this series, Sherlock Holmes with Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman. That's an awesome one. But yeah, the last one was called The Adventures of Suscombe Old Place. Yeah, that was 19 thing. But, you know, Dr. Watson joined him at his apartment to split his bills at 221B Baker Street. But I love Sherlock. You know, it's so much fun. I remember back in the days, the Hardy Boys and the Nancy Drew mysteries. So I definitely was a big fan. I was definitely a big fan. So anybody want to pick it up? This is a great book to have around. You read it short. They're all like short stories. But I love it. I love it. All right, guys. Let's jump right into the ABCs. How'd you do today? All body workout, blissful sleep, colorful diet. Nailed it. 3 checks. I went to the gym, drove to my favorite big gym here, worked out for about 30, 40 minutes. Got a good one in there. Blissful sleep. That was good. What did I have today? Oatmeal, banana, apple, peanut butter, a little coconut oil. So mixing it up, doing really well. Hey, guys, I want to give a shout out. Thank you to my guest from yesterday. Kelly Wilson was on. You guys should watch that and her journey raising a child, level 3 autistic child for the past 24 years. He's a sweetheart for sure. But hey, check it out. That was for yesterday's show, number 293. Gonna learn about that. And let's go right here. Let's just jump right into this because I thought it's a holiday. Let's do something fun because a lot of people might be worried about flying, right? Well, let me tell you my experience with flying. My first time ever, I was 10 years old. This was 1973. Now, Pan Am came out with the jumbo jet, the 747. It came out in 1970. I remember this. My father cut the hair of this pilot for Pan Am. And in 1973, again, I was 10. My brother was 11. And our father's like, you're going to go on an airplane. Mercer County Airport at the time in Trenton was a little airport, but they were doing like a big event. People got to board the plane, fly to Chicago, and then come back. I mean, I did that. It was so much fun. I'll never forget being on a plane, me and my brother, kind of just together by ourselves. It was awesome. Hey, thanks, Dad. Rest in peace to my old man. But he knew everybody. He was a total connector, Sicilian, old school barber. But how about that? I got to ride on the 747. Hey, talk about movies. You want to watch a great movie? Go watch the movie Catch Me If You Can from 2002 with Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hanks. Christopher Walken does a great job in that. Amy Adams is in that, and Martin Sheen's in that, and Frank Abagnale. He's a young kid. He kind of fakes it. You know, he fakes it as a pilot. Christopher Walken, Frank Sr., and who was it? Hanratty, FBI agent played by Tom Hanks, finally caught him in France. But great movie. Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 96%. But hey, of course, anything with Leonardo DiCaprio is just awesome. All right, guys, let's do this. Hey, if you're worried, these are myths about airplane and flying that just aren't true. I don't know. Every time you get on a plane, maybe you get a little nervous. You think flying is riskier than driving? Not true. No way. It said flying is much safer than driving. According to global aviation data, it said millions of flights operate safely every year with very few serious accidents. So, guys, don't worry about that. They said there's like one major accident every 1.26 million flights. So, no worries about flying. All right, number 2, turbulence means a plane is in trouble. Not true. Planes are built to handle forces far stronger than everyday turbulence. And they say the engineers test these wings by bending them dramatically without ever breaking. So pilots are trained as well to handle anything that's kind of happens up there. All right, number 3. Mobile phones can crash planes. Remember back in the day, you had to turn your phone off. They got all. Well, that's not true. That's definitely not true. They said modern aircraft are heavily shielded against electronic interference. Yeah, of course. Yeah, experts say it's extremely unlikely to affect navigation systems. Good to know. Don't worry about your phone. Number 4, the air inside of planes is full of germs. Not true. They said HEPA filtration systems are similar to those found in hospitals. So, hey, you go visit the hospital. You worried about that? Nah, I wouldn't worry about that. Hey, how's my little sign doing? Let me cut that down. All right, here you go. The Tola Talk sign. Yeah, they say that these systems remove 99% of the particles during the flight. Don't worry about that. I see people wearing masks. I'm not a mask guy because I think it builds your immunity even better. All right, number 5, the black box is black. Not black, it's orange. It's not even shaped like a box, but this is awesome. You know, it's designed to survive extreme crashes, fires, deep water pressure. So this vivid orange makes it easier to find it in a wreckage. So yeah, it's not black, but you got to have the black box. How about this? Number 6. Does anybody believe this, that they empty toilets in midair? That is not true. Airplane toilets use vacuum systems that store the waste in sealed onboard tanks. Don't worry about that. It's not dropping from the sky. I sure as hell hope not. All right, number 7, doors can open mid-flight. Not true. Said even the strongest person on the world couldn't pull this door open. Nah, it says at 35,000 feet, they're effectively locked in place. Can't move them. Don't worry about that. Number 8, oxygen masks don't really help. It's not true. Without supplemental oxygen, then they say passengers are going to lose consciousness within minutes. So you got to do that. That's why when you get on a plane, you know, I see a lot of people, you know, not paying attention when the personnel are giving you an instruction. Pay attention. Learn something. Why not know it? You never know. Hey, I mean, it's not likely you're going to crash, but you got to be prepared. It doesn't help to stay focused when you're there. All right, number 9. Lightning strikes can bring down a plane. Not true. It said the aircraft's outer shell safely conducts the electrical energy around the plane and out the other side. So I guess it just gets diverted around the plane, much like a car protects a passenger during a thunderstorm. They said, don't worry about that. Engineers spent years testing it, extreme conditions, and they use this advanced radar to avoid like the worst conditions, right? Yeah, you see that. Air pilots, they know what they're doing. I have all the confidence in the world when I get on a plane. I don't really get nervous, but anyway, number 10, let's finish up with this. Pilots rely entirely on autopilot. No way. They say they're always deeply involved throughout every trip. They handle takeoffs, landings, weather conditions, communicate with air traffic. They're constantly overseeing the aircraft's system. And they said also it's so sophisticated, this is autopilot, It's an assistant rather than a replacement, right? So there you go. Boom. Don't worry about flying. Hey, if you're driving, be safe. I don't know how many people are going to be driving this weekend, but I'm not going to be driving anywhere. I'm going to be staying here in Indianapolis, celebrating the Indianapolis 500 on Sunday. If they get it in, guys, it's raining today. And yeah, well, hopefully it's going to be an awesome weekend. Guys, have an awesome weekend. And again, you got to get the workout in every day. If you're away, you're in a hotel room, stretching abs, it's always the way to go. Got to do it. All right, let's finish up with the 3 Tola takeaways because, of course, even on a holiday weekend, even more important. Number 1, respect the ABCs. Got to do it every single day. Number 2, go visit somebody. Pick up the phone. This is a perfect time to share your love, your energy, spread, again, goodwill to everybody you know. Forget about texting. All right, finally, always be willing to accept another person's opinion, even if it's not yours. Doesn't mean it's wrong. Guys, enjoy the weekend. Be safe for sure. And get the workout in. We'll see you Monday, probably. Peace.